I might lose my farm because of the government. I got in.
What? How?
What's good, guys? Welcome on another episode today. How are you all doing? I hope you guys are doing well. And if you are joining for the very first time, see you as well. Please don't make this your last time, so make sure you smash the subscribe button. In the video I uploaded yesterday, I did a compilation of the living MAGA and as well the FA helpful trend that has been going on. But there is this particular creator which I didn't even know that it was very vocal about we voted for online, and it was part of the stitch where he mentioned that he's losing his farm. And his video has sparked a lot of conversation on TikTok because there are some people saying they should have sympathy for him and just forget about the fact that he voted for this person and that he deserves it. And some are even saying, oh, just admit what you did and keep it moving, because if you're not admitting to what you did, we can't even have sympathy for you. Then he went on to defend the reason why he voted for Trump, and which even made the matter worse because they keep saying he does not have a TV. He keep hearing from people. People keep questioning if he's unaware of the Project 2025. And then he said, oh, people were telling him that Trump is not in on the Project 2025, so he shouldn't worry. And that was the reason why he went ahead and voted for Trump and all of that. People are seriously reacting to his video. His video has sparked a lot of conversation. So without wasting much time, let's just slide right into the clips.
I might lose my farm because of the government. I got in.
What? How?
Program out there called the EQIP program. And what the EQIP program is it's cost sharing on stuff like fencing, different seedings, water lines, waters, wells, and stuff like that to better conserve farmland for agricultural use. So I thought it was a great program.
It sounds like a great program. Tell me more.
EQIP program, which is cost sharing on fences, waters, a well, and some seedings, was funded by the Inflation Reduction Act.
Oh, the Inflation Reduction Act put in place by the Biden administration? Amazing program, right? One that you wanted to take part in. Okay.
Because of the executive orders, there's a pause or a freeze on the funding through the Inflation Reduction Act, and they're not able to pay out on the stuff that we completed or anything going forward.
Executive order? Funding freeze? Oh, the one Trump signed in. Oh, okay. I'm listening.
But the issue I have is I've already done a bunch of the work, already paid for the material, already paid for the labor, so I'm out all that cost, and I use my farm operating expenses in order to do those projects, because per contract, I knew that I was going to get cost sharing refunds on the stuff once completed, but now that it's completed, they're saying that they're unable to provide the funds because of the freeze on the Inflation Reduction Act funds. So I reached out to a couple different senators and congresspeople. So I reached out to Ann Wagner's office. I have not heard back from them. I reached out to Josh Hawley's office. I have heard back from him, not from him personally, but from his office. And they are looking into it because they said that this should not be happening. The intention was not to take away the funding from the farmers, but doing the Inflation Reduction Act, cutting those costs, then it's also taken away from the programs that those programs helped out. So,
Okay, real quick though, who did you vote for?
by saying I did vote for Donald Trump. And just because I voted for Donald Trump doesn't mean I believe in everything that he stands for.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You participated in a program that was created by the previous administration, a program that you need to keep your farm alive and well. And then you went and voted for a man who was very clear that he was going to cut these programs. But you weren't aware that you fell under these programs that were going to be cut. So when you say that I don't agree with everything he does, you don't agree with the things that affect you, because deportation, getting rid of the rights of trans people, getting rid of same-sex marriage, getting rid of the Department of Education, getting rid of and fucking up quite literally anything that had nothing to do with you was okay. But now that it's touched you, you want to do what?
Stands for. And I don't understand how you guys are. Everybody's at each other's throats in America. It's me versus you instead of us versus them. And that's where we need to get together as Americans and actually get on the same page and actually stand together and unite and fix some of these issues. There's a lot.
See, the thing is, people have tried. We have tried till we're quite literally blue in the face. But y'all hatred runs so deep The idea of having a woman, and a Black woman at that, sitting at the head of the table, was such a non-starter for y'all, that now those who can't hear must feel it. That is all.
I might lose my farm because of the government.
Oh, McDonald. That's terrible. Wait. This you?
I did vote for Donald Trump.
Well, let's get into the real reason why Bob from VeggieTales here might lose his farm, because the government is literally just the consequences of his own fucking actions. This man was receiving funding and aid through the NRCS, which in part was funded by the Inflation Reduction Act, a policy set in place by Joe Biden. Mind you, that's kind of crazy, because why are you living off of the government? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Isn't that what y'all supposed to do? Now, because of executive orders signed by Trump, there is a pause on funds through the Inflation Reduction Act, and no money can go out. And since no funds can go out, he is in danger of losing his farm. Let me get this straight. Because of your inflated ignorance and your reduced education, look at your neighbor and say reduced education, you went to the polls, put all of your eggs in Trump's basket, and now you have concepts of chickens. Yikes on bikes. And it's like, y'all will do everything but admit that that man is a problem and that y'all fucked up. I might lose my farm because of the government. No, think about it. You're going to lose your farm because of Trump. Because you voted for him. Because you fucked around and now you're finding out. Because now you're on your page talking about some, well, yes, I voted for Trump, but it's time for us to all come together. It's not me versus you. It's us versus them. Please help me save my farm. Call your local representatives. Share my video. Not the J-Lo level gaslight. I wish y'all had this energy on November 5th. That was the time that we were supposed to come together. That was the group project, and y'all didn't do your part. It's giving you want to study after the exam has already been taken. And let me hold your hand with a napkin in between. When I say this, I got a 92% on my exam. I'm not looking for no extra credit. Thoughts and prayers. Hope this helps. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
So let me get this right. You voted against the VP. You voted for the orange man. And now you need our help. No. It's going to be a no for us. And I'm speaking for the Black community. It's going to be a no. We're not helping. We're not helping with your farm. We're not helping with anything. You get the 4 years that you actually deserve because you voted him in. Remember? So stand 10 toes down on it. We're not helping you. And each and every one of y'all that come on here and ask us for help, we're going to say no. We're not protesting. We're not calling nobody. We're not helping your farm. We're not buying nothing from you. We are not doing nothing. No. Have a good day.
I need your help to save my farm and many other farms.
Donald Trump specifically said he was going to go after low-hanging fruit. You just didn't think you were low-hanging fruit, and it turns out you are. And now you have entered into a contract with the government where you agreed to do a bunch of work and they were going to reimburse you for it to improve your farmland for future generations. The Inflation Reduction Act gave you that opportunity, and you took it. I would have too. And now the man who's known for going back on contracts and refusing to pay for work that's already been done is doing that to you, the man you voted for. So you were fine when he was talking about removing the civil rights of women and trans people, trampling on the freedoms of immigrants. You were fine with that because it wasn't going to affect you. And you didn't believe that they were going to implement Project 2025. In fact, maybe you didn't read it because pages 294 through 310 talked specifically about how they were going to fuck you. Either you didn't believe it, you didn't take the time to read it, or you just thought everybody that was complaining about Trump and his plans and his policies were just being crybabies? Or maybe you thought those people deserved what was going to happen to them. I don't know. But now it's happening to you. And so I would think that right now is a good time for you to admit that you were wrong and maybe apologize. Because there are a lot of people that are going to be hurt by the things that you voted for and cheered on, and now you're one of them. And I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry that's happening to you. I don't wish it on you. But I do hope that you have the courage to say I was wrong and this guy's a piece of shit. Imagine the type of coalition we could build if people had the courage to admit they were wrong and join hands with the people who were scared originally. We might be able to do something about this.
We are possibly going to lose our farm if NRCS doesn't hold up their contract with us on the EQIP program. So the reason that they're not able to hold up the contract is our EQIP program, which is cost sharing on fences, waters, a well, and some seedings, was funded by the Inflation Reduction Act. Because of the executive orders, there's a pause or a freeze on the funding through the Inflation Reduction Act.
I tell you what, I bet I can do a fuck around and find out video every single day, and I think I will. I wonder how many times he said, Joe Biden ain't never done nothing for nobody. Besides that Inflation Reduction Act that was just about to finance a bunch of shit for your farm. Man was just trying to enjoy himself some good old-fashioned socialism, and Donald Trump wrote an executive order to stop it. Well, sir, you have got what you voted for. Won't be no socialism for you. Can't have that. That's just you trying to live off the government and my tax dollars. I'd like to congratulate you on getting what you voted for. Next time, vote your wage.
Seeing a couple reactions of some people saying the way people are reacting to his video is not fair. They should show some sympathy because he has made close like 10 videos doubling down on why he voted for Trump, how he didn't know that this was going to be the outcome. And people are like, you thought you were going to be excluded. That was the reason why he did that. He said he does not have access to news. He does not have access to the information. And his friends or people around him were convincing him to not go the other way and vote for Trump. So, yeah, he keeps doubling down. And I think this is one of the things that he's doing that is pissing people off. This person said, I would have had more sympathy if they would just admit they were wrong and we can move on. The next one said, I am so tired of people not caring about his policies until it affects them. This one said, problem is, this dude is doubling down and can't admit he was wrong in voting for Trump. He doesn't deserve our sympathy. And I tell you guys, there are so many comments like these, people saying, no, you don't deserve this because you were so loud. Your voice was so loud when you voted for this person. Don't call us to come and help you because he's literally making videos telling people to please come in and help them. This other person said he won't even take responsibility after admitting to not reading Project 2025 and passes blame to others who told him that Project 2025 is not true, because that was the excuse he has been giving, just doubling down. The last one I have here said, I don't wish harm on anyone, but you voted for this and now you're having to F around and find out. We don't have a hand to help you as you didn't try to help others because you didn't help during the vote. You should be able to reap what you've sown. Let me hear what you guys think about this people's reply. Like, this conversation is getting more interesting and more tough day by day because, to be honest, real people are being affected with all of these policies. Like, people are going through it, but then it can be a bit difficult to even have sympathy if you have been following the conversation coming up and the reason why they decide to choose whatever candidate that they decide to go for. So I don't think it is going to be fair to be blaming the people who made the decision not to vote for the administration like not having the sympathy for the people who voted for the administration are now facing the consequences, because to be honest, even those who did not vote for that administration to be going to be facing the consequences as well. Let me hear what you guys think. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section and I will see you guys in the next one.